So now we know how Queen Elizabeth truly felt about Meghan Markle, because she called Harry meeting evil Meghan a complete catastrophe, report writes. Let's talk about it. So the New York Post has reported that Queen Elizabeth II publicly signaled that she regretted that her grandson Prince Harry met his wife, Meghan Markle, calling her evil and their courtship a complete catastrophe, according to an explosive report. The longest-serving monarch saw through Meghan Markle and made the uncharacteristic remarks at a reception in Balmoral in August. Weeks before her death, a source close to the royals told this about particular individuals in public. So the fact that she publicly is saying that she believed Meghan Markle was evil is news, because this was uncharacteristic, as the report is saying, for Queen Elizabeth. At drinks before the dinner, a small group were talking to the monarch, and she explained that Harry meeting Meghan had become a complete catastrophe and described her as evil, a source claimed. Everybody's eyebrows hit the ceiling, the source recalled. It was out of character for the Queen to use such words as evil to describe Meghan, but she saw straight through her. It was a startling sentence to hear from the most forgiving woman on earth. The source suggested that the outburst came because the Queen's health was in decline, and she seemed regretful about how things panned out. Now, I know people are going to be offended by me saying this, but Meghan was a kind of two-bit actress before she met Harry. She wasn't really the Hollywood elite, right? She was a B-level actress on a B-level cable show, and there she wasn't even the star. She was a supporting actress. So she actually hit the big time when it came to the roles. And all of her friends, and it seems like all the reports seem like she was an opportunist. And this was the greatest opportunity in the world to get involved with someone in the royal family. And the Queen, and most of you women out there, you know when another woman is scheming, and, you know, it's a intuition. And I believe the Queen had that same intuition about Meghan. This isn't someone who loves my son. This is someone who wants to take advantage of this opportunity. The New York Post goes on. It was also proof, the spectre suggested, that Markle's relationship with the royals was likely irreparable. Even last year, before Harry's damning memoir Spear and the couple's Netflix docuseries. Other insiders have also challenged the exiled Californians' claim that the Queen was the one senior royal with whom they remained on warm terms. Now, according to biographer Tom Bauer, the Queen once remarked about her husband Prince Philip's funeral, "Thank goodness Meghan is not coming." The friction became even more obvious after the Queen's death, when Harry was forced to dash to her deathbed without his unwelcome wife, delaying his journey and chances of getting to see her. Now, this kind of confirms the story we heard earlier where, quote, Meghan Markle was not welcome at the Queen's bedside before her passing, because the Queen thought she was just an opportunist and a grifter, and she didn't want to see her at her deathbed. So that's why they seemingly only invited Harry to come say goodbye to his grandmother, but told him, leave your crazy wife behind. Now, Harry and Meghan still appeared together at the Queen's funeral, which only further highlighted their glaring estrangement from the rest of the royal family. Markle 41 is missing in Saturday's coronation of her father-in-law, King Charles III. Allegedly, she's saying she's going to focus on Prince Archie's 4th birthday because they happened on the same day. So she's going to celebrate her son's birthday instead of going. But the real reason, again, this is my opinion, is that she probably wasn't invited. Just like with the Queen's funeral, they were like, okay, you know, she's not going to the deathbed, she can come to the funeral. But then I think at this point, they were like, listen, we're done with Meghan. After this whole Spear thing, after all this stuff, we're just done, right? She's a liar. She's manipulative. She said we were racist. Then she said we weren't racist. You know, let's just have her stay wherever she is, and we're going to continue to do our thing. And I think that's what Harry had to deal with, right? Are you going to miss the coronation because of your wife? And, you know, the fact that no one in her family likes her, or you're still going to show up for your father? Because, again, it's still your father. So I think Harry made his choice to say, hey, I'll just go there for one day and then come back to see you guys. So now, since the New York article is essentially giving us a quick synopsis of this article, let's just go to the original article and look at the way they open this up, because this is the shade like none before. Maybe it was always going this way after being a briefcase girl, an actress, a D-list celebrity, and blowing it as a real-life royal. Perhaps the only natural next step for Meghan Markle was to become an influencer. Look at Fergie, once married to Prince Andrew. Now the Duchess of York makes her living writing romance novels, selling jam, and giving exclusive interviews to any tabloid that will buy her lunch. The shade is real. I mean, the shade is real. Now, there's some truth to what they're saying, because Meghan wasn't an A-list celebrity. She was a D-list celebrity. Matter of fact, she's such a low-key celebrity that Prince Harry since they've been married, has been going around begging people to hire Meghan in certain positions. You don't believe me? Let's go to the videotape.
Okay, wait. Prince Harry really did that? At a movie premiere last year, he asked the CEO of Disney to hook his wife up with voiceovers. And I mean, don't get me wrong, on the one hand, husband goals. On the other hand, you gotta admit the monarchy has fallen off, right? No, because back in the day, it used to be like, if you marry my daughter, I'll give you Burgundy. And now it's like, my wife actually does a pretty good Timon. You should hear her. Come on, baby, do the thing. Hakuna Matata, do the thing.
So I don't think you could blame Harry for this, right? He's trying to bring his wife's character up, right? He's trying to make her more relevant than what she really is. She's a D-list actress, and he's trying to get her some work to maybe make her or bring her up to maybe the C or even a B-list actress. Because if you think about it, what has Meghan really done? You know, Deal or No Deal? Okay, she was a briefcase girl. So what? That's not A-list. And being a supporting actress of a supporting actress on Suits, that doesn't really bring you to the next level either, right? She was a supporting actress on a cable show. That's it. So Harry trying to get her, hooked up with the CEO of Disney, Bob Iger, that makes sense. So now I think there are two ways of looking at this. Again, this is my opinion, but I think the royal family believes Meghan is a gold digger. I think Queen Elizabeth saw it. I think his father sees it, and I think his brother sees it. I think they all see Meghan Markle as a gold digger. And she's someone who saw an opportunity, created this persona, and pretended that she was interested in Harry when she was just interested in the lifestyle. And now she's on the come up, right? She has two of his children, and she is now living the royal life. She is the Duchess of Sussex. And I think on the other side, I think Harry and maybe Meghan, they believe that she was somebody who didn't know Harry, right? She said she didn't know who Harry was. She had heard about him. She didn't Google him. She didn't, this was all natural. And their love is not because she's a gold digger. She had her own career. She was the supporting actress on Suits, right? She didn't need his money. She was already rich, allegedly. So that's what they're portraying. And Harry's making it seem like he was just as lucky to find her as she was to find him. Now, I don't know who you agree with. Do you agree with the family that Meghan's just a gold digger, an opportunist that just is looking to, find her way to the top of the charts? Or do you agree with Harry and Meghan where this was just a natural relationship, and sometimes relationships within families don't always work out, but that doesn't mean you're not still family? Let me know how you feel about this in the comment section. You know how I feel. I think Meghan's lies have been so extensive that at a point you have to kind of question the authenticity of someone who straight up lies all the time. Here's Megyn Kelly going over the list of lies.
Meghan Markle lies regularly, more than most people, about a lot. Yes, you can go back to the Oprah interview for many examples. She and Harry secretly married 3 days before their actual wedding. No. Her baby wasn't going to be a prince because of his race. No. She had her passport taken away by the palace. False. Palace HR dismissed her suicidal pleas for help. On and contact with the writers of that fawning book, Finding Freedom, about Megxit. Compare those statements with her statements to the British courts, where she was forced to admit to the judge that, whoops, she forgot. She 100% was in contact with the authors of Finding Freedom, a fact obvious to anyone who read that boot-looking embarrassment of a publication.
Now, I will be fair. Some of the things that have happened to her are negative and are disappointing. But I think Meghan and Harry have kind of worn out their welcome. I don't think they're fooling anybody anymore. I think at the beginning, when it came to race and came to this, they were fooling a lot of people. But now nobody's fooled anymore. And I think the mask is off. And unfortunately for Harry and Meghan, the more they talk, the less people like them. But let me know where I'm wrong in the comments section. My name is Nate the Lawyer, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.